Video to tell you the basic gist of this all. That's foreboding. I am definitely getting a pretty odd assortment of items. I will say that much. What if I can't get the Moon Pearl? I do hope that I get some way to access the mountain. Like, I'm gonna say it. I really want the ocarina. I know it's technically a flute in this game, but I ain't seen any flute that looked like this one. Like, it looks exactly like an ocarina. And in every game after this, it was called the ocarina. Let's do a mirror trick. Yeah, now I don't have to come in and out of here twice. Like I said, it's not very helpful in the actual game. Like, the puzzles you get out here are stupidly easy. It just doesn't make me, it just stops me from going in and out of here twice. Which is minor, but it's helpful. Okay, there's one chest we can get in the desert, but I want to come back there later with more useful things. Like, at least the book. You know? And if possible, I'd like to skip the desert altogether. I'll release the bee. Oh, it's the good bee, whatever. Sorry, big, bee fans, or big bee, good bee fans, I don't use bees in this game. I don't know, I feel it's better to do the damage myself. And yes, if you didn't know the trick, you can basically walk over here. It's easy, just charge up your sword and walk across. I don't think you're supposed to do that, but no reason not to, right? 10 arrows. 10 arrows. Bombs. Okay, and one of the biggest deposits of items in the game, I get jack shit. To be fair, there's jack shit but rupees here in the base game, but I need more useful things. Okay, now we get whatever has replaced the ice rod. And then, honestly, I'm not entirely sure. I don't even have the bracelet. The first bracelet, which is gonna complicate this a little bit. I mean, there are definitely more chests I can access. Okay, so here's the secret. You save and quit, then you restart at your house. This is another time-saving method. Like, one of the things I like to watch on YouTube is people basically racing this game. Like, if I ever come back to this, which I might at some point, yeah, there are plenty of A Link to the Past randomized races. And it's definitely interesting. Sometimes they use the same seed, sometimes they use a different seed. I'd probably... Actually, I don't know which one I'd prefer. Okay, now in Slith's house, there are three chests behind this bombable wall. And yes, I call him Slith because I have no idea how to pronounce his name. The flippers, okay? The flippers are actually very useful. Shut up, you talk too much. No. Alright. But yeah, I have no idea how to pronounce his name. So I repeatedly call him Slith. Okay, the flippers allow us to get 3 items. It allows us to get what's under the bridge, the item in Zora's domain, and whatever the Zora's flippers were supposed to be. Yes, we can actually get up there without the bracelet. Which is good. But first, we get to see what's under the bridge. And also, we do need the flippers to beat the game, which is awesome. One of the least useful items we need to beat the game, but beggars can't be choosers. I only needed to beat Dungeon 2. And he get... okay. I got the best magic upgrade in the game. Yeah. I'm not complaining. It doesn't help me much at the moment, but I'm not complaining. I'm fairly sure that's gonna be helpful later. Yeah, not complaining. Also, if I do find the, like, half magic upgrade, it's not going to replace my 1/4. If I find the L2 bracelet, it's not going to replace the L1. The L1 bracelet isn't going to replace the L2 bracelet. And we can have both the shovel and the ocarina in our inventory at the same time. Sorry about that. The Moon Pearl! Sorry if that was abrasive or anything, but the Moon Pearl I'm excited for. It'll allow us to immediately start tackling Dark World's bosses, provided we find a way in there. Okay, that was weird. Lag spike. So our king gives us... You know, I would not pay 500 rupees for that, unless I was 100% completing things. And if you're wondering, no, I'm not going to try to 100% complete it. I don't think it's possible. Okay, but we have the Moon Pearl. Let's see. Now, normally, when you're given the option to sequence break, you gotta sequence break, but I do feel we have to go into Dungeon 1. I have everything I need to complete it. And Dungeon 1, the Eastern Palace, does have most of the most extraneous chests in the Light World. Actually, some of the most extraneous chests in any dungeon, Light World or Dark World. So we can get ourselves a lot of decent ammunition. And I think that afterwards, Slag gives you an item after you've beaten it. Normally it's the Pegasus boots, but as you can see, we've already gotten the Pegasus boots. Armos Knights. I will definitely make this dungeon quick, because to me, it feels like a detour. I have no way of accessing the Dark World at all, so I gotta do this. But whatever. Dungeon 1 here isn't very difficult. And yes, I'm also gonna call the Palace of Darkness Dungeon 1 too. Okay. I do need this to beat the game. It's amazingly helpful otherwise. It's not what I need in the moment, especially here, but I'll take it. I'm happy. The ocarina is definitely going to speed this up, which is good. Doesn't guarantee I'll win, but we'll get to whether I win or lose faster. The big key, okay. Oh yeah. This game is like the only one in the entire series that requires you to use the big key to open up the big chest. Which, honestly, going back to it, does often trip me up because it's unique in this Zelda game. In fact, I think even its remake for the Game Boy Advance took that out. Like, you don't need the big key to open the chests. And, honestly, I kind of prefer it that way. I mean, you know, assuming I didn't know exactly where the keys were. Because it really sucks to get to the big chest without the key and not get the item you really, really want. That was the compass, okay. Now the boss can contain an... What am I doing? The boss can contain an item himself, so... If I get... the map, okay, so the boss does have a special item of his own. And this way also has a special item of their own. Sorry, I'm getting tired of talking already. I gotta tell myself that it's a marathon, not a sprint. I am not a motor mouth, unless I'm specifically scripting myself to be. I love the Pegasus boots. I think everybody loves the Pegasus boots. Like, if you don't like the Pegasus boots, you're a weird person. Like, is there any reason anybody wouldn't like the Pegasus boots? They're just so fun and easy to use. Oh yeah, Go away! Good. Stop it! Now normally this here gives you the big key, so here it will give us an optional item. You know, provided the game doesn't lag out and hurt me. Hopefully I'll or whoever I get to edit this will be able to edit that out. 50 rupees! This detour is definitely worth 50 rupees. Even though I need, like, I have all the money that I am going to need to get everything in the game. Oh, I have the bottle and the net, which is kind of actually rare for these randomized things. Which means I get to do the old fairy in a bottle trick. Not that this game is difficult. I mean, there are definitely some difficult parts, like the blind fight. That is a pain in the ass. I find blind to be the hardest boss in the entire game. But otherwise, I actually do think A Link to the Past is one of the easiest Zelda games. I don't know if I'd call it the absolute easiest. Trying to think what I would call the absolute easiest. I don't know. Like, I might not. Like, unless they're much more difficult than the usual, like Majora's Mask, the Zelda games definitely do tend to be as all difficult as each other. And I don't think of any of them as especially easy. This one comes closest, I'd guess. But maybe because I've been playing it since before I can remember, and like, literally, I do mean that. Like, in my oldest memories, I have had a Super Nintendo and A Link to the Past, along with several other games like ActRaiser, Soul Blazer, Super Mario RPG, Mario World, Mario Paint, Goof Troop. Games that it took me years to get back after they were sold at a yard sale, because that's what parents used to do. They used to sell your games without telling you, because who gives a shit about teaching kids the value of their own property and teaching them to respect their own items? I mean, like, I don't think I'm unique. Like, I've heard loads of stories where parents just randomly sell their kids video games. Because, for various reasons. But here's a parenting tip. Don't do that. You can't teach your kids to respect other people's property if you don't respect their property. And that is a duck. If you don't know, in my reviewing career, I've had problems with ducks. They are almost universally evil.